Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Tuesday, August the 20th. We got a full slate tonight, 15 games on this Tuesday slate, guys. I got two early player props I like for tonight, taking a first look at the board on Tuesday morning. So we got two props. We're going to share these two props, talk about why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. If you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up. Use promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, place your first $5 lineup. You'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. That's a new promotion Prizepicks is running. It's available for all new users. Place your first $5 lineup, get $50 instantly. You get that promotion when you sign up with promo code NOAH. So check them out, guys, if you have not yet. And also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper. If you guys want to check out Sleeper, you can do so, linked down below in the description, or again, just make sure to use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper. And when you make your first deposit, whether it's $50, $100, Sleeper will match that, and they'll give you an additional $100 to play with. So if you deposit $100, they'll give you $100 to play with. You deposit $50, they'll give you an additional $50 to play with. They basically will match your first deposit up to $100. So check out Sleeper, guys, if you have not yet. Sleeper is a DFS app, very similar to Prizepicks, where you're just picking more or less on player projections. You're building out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. So if you do like to go for those kind of lotto type tickets, if you like to go for those high payouts, you can do that over on Sleeper. So check them out, and again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. But yeah, guys, we got two props today for Tuesday to talk about. Now, I do want to recap the two plays we gave out in Monday's video before we talk through Tuesday's plays. So for Monday, gave out two props. We got a hit and we got a push on our two plays Monday. So technically a 1.5x payout if you played them as a 2-pick entry, which it's better than nothing, I guess. Obviously, you don't want to play for pushes, but we took Kyle Harrison for more than 5 strikeouts, and he finished with 5 strikeouts, so that was a push. But then we paired that with Gavin Stone, more than 29.5 fantasy score, and that was a sweat-free hit. Stone pitched great yesterday. I think he went 7 innings, had 10 strikeouts, had like over 50 fantasy points or something like that. So great start from Gavin Stone yesterday, and went over his fantasy score with ease. Paired that with Harrison. Obviously, Harrison was a push, but still technically not a loss. We got a 1.5x payout if you played that as a 2-pick. So I guess we'll take it, guys. Let's see if we can get us another win here for this Tuesday slate. So taking a look at the board today, the first prop that I like for today we're going to talk about is a pitcher fantasy score prop, and then we got a pitching outs prop I'm liking. So for pitcher fantasy score, we're going to take a look at DJ Hurst, 30 pitcher fantasy score, and I do like the over here, so more than 30 pitcher fantasy score for DJ Hurst. And let's talk through this prop and why I like this one. So if you look at Hurst's recent games, he has gone over this fantasy score line in 3 out of his last 5 starts. One of the starts he went under was a pretty tough matchup against the Padres, who hit left-handed pitching relatively well. The Padres are also one of the lowest strikeout teams in the league, so it's really hard to have a super high K game against the Padres because they don't really strike out. And then he did struggle against the Giants. That was a better matchup. The Giants do have decent numbers against left-handed pitching, but they also strike out a lot. So you probably would have expected Hurst to pitch a little bit better against the Giants, but did pitch well against the Brewers, did pitch well against the Cardinals, pitched well in his last start against the Orioles, and now he gets probably the best matchup he's had all season. Hurst is going to face the Rockies at home today. The reason I say at home is because the Rockies do play in Coors Field, one of the best hitters' parks, and Hurst has already faced the Rockies once this season, but that game was in Coors Field. Now he's getting to face them outside of Coors Field. And if you look at the Rockies' numbers this season against left-handed pitching, they've been pretty bad overall, but their numbers are even worse on the road. If you look at their splits this season, you look at their numbers against left-handed pitching, they lead the league when you look at on the road. So versus left-handed pitching on the road this season, the Rockies lead the league with a 30.2% strikeout rate. And then if you look at their offensive numbers, they rank dead last in average, they rank second to last in on-base percentage, they rank 25th in slugging, 27th in OPS, and 27th in WRC+. So Colorado's numbers have been dreadful against left-handed pitching on the road this season. If you look at a recent sample, last 30 days, their numbers are even worse. Over the last 30 days versus left-handed pitching on the road, Colorado 40.9% strikeout rate, which is just absurd. Strikeout rate over 40%, second to last in average, dead last in on-base percentage. Let's see, slugging, they have been hitting some home runs against lefties. They're 4th in slugging, but OPS, they're still 29th in OPS. and WRC plus. They're dead last in WRC plus. It's just this Colorado team has been terrible against left-handed pitching on the road this season, and especially as of late. This matchup is about as good as it gets for DJ Hurst, and you can take a look at Hurst's projections today, and you can kind of tell the sports books are expecting him to have a pretty good game here. I mean, he's got a 6K prop for today, which typically you never see DJ Hurst have a K prop, near 6 or even over that. 6K prop, earned runs allowed prop is only set at 1.5. It is juiced towards the over, but 1.5 earned runs allowed. His pitching outs line is definitely lower than I would have expected. I honestly thought Hurst would maybe have somewhere close to a 17.5 pitching outs line today. His pitching outs line is only at 15.5. Honestly, I kind of like the over on this too, because I think this is definitely a matchup where Hurst should be able to go deep into the game, just because the Rockies' offense has been so bad against lefties. Hurst did go 6 innings in his last start against Baltimore. This season, he's had a tough time pitching deep into games, but he's also not had the longest leash. There was one start recently where he only threw against Milwaukee. He went 5 shutout innings, had 6 Ks, but got pulled after 77 pitches. The start against the Padres, he got pulled after 79 pitches. So it's a little concerning that Hurst has not had a super long leash this season, but he did get up to 85 pitches in his last start against Baltimore. I think in this matchup against Colorado, if he's pitching well, he should be able to go over 5, if not possibly 6 innings. I think this is a pretty good play to more than 15.5 pitching outs for DJ Hurst. But you look at his pitching outs line, he's only gone over that once in his last 5 starts, whereas fantasy score, he's gone over in 3 out of his last 5 starts. So I think I like fantasy score more just because you do get the strikeout upside. If Hurst goes out here and gets 7, 8 strikeouts, he's got a pretty good chance of going over fantasy score. Maybe the Nationals put up some runs. Maybe he gets some run support and gets a win. So I think there's a lot of ways that we can cash this Hurst fantasy score line. But if I had to rank my favorite props on DJ Hurst, I think fantasy score is my favorite. But second favorite that I do like is more than 15.5 pitching outs. So if you're on a sports book and you can't take fantasy score, I think taking this pitching outs line is totally fine. I do like that as well. But that's what we're going to roll with as our first play for today, guys. And then the other prop that I like is a pitching outs prop. And the prop that I like here is Robbie Ray. We're going to take Robbie Ray for more than 17.5 pitching outs. So Robbie Ray has not pitched a ton this season because he's been injured for a lot of the season, but he's made, I believe, 5 starts now. And if you look at the 5 starts he's made this season, he's only gone over this pitching outs line once. He went 6 innings against Detroit, went 5 innings in his first start against the Dodgers. Probably could have went 6 innings in that start, but it was his first start back from injury. They pulled him after 86 pitches. And then against Oakland, he did struggle, only went 4 1/3, did throw 94 pitches. Against Cincinnati, kind of struggled, gave up 2 runs through 5 innings, through 86 pitches in that start. But then in that start against Detroit, we saw the leash kind of get longer on Robbie Ray. He was able to throw 105 pitches in this start against Detroit. And then obviously his last start against Atlanta was a disaster. He didn't even make it out of the first inning. Only gave up 1 hit, which is kind of surprising, but gave up 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and had to throw 39 pitches in the first inning before they just pulled him and took him out. Now, is it concerning that Robbie Ray is coming off a terrible start against Atlanta where he couldn't make it out of the first inning? Obviously, that's a little bit of a concern, but this matchup is about as good as it gets. I mean, I think the only matchup that would be better for Robbie Ray here was if he was facing the Rockies instead of the White Sox. But the White Sox are probably the second worst team in the league against left-handed pitching this season, behind the Rockies. You look at the White Sox stats against lefties this year, and they're terrible. I mean, their strikeout rate's high. They have a top 10 strikeout rate, 24.5%. That's 6th highest. And you look at their offensive numbers. They are second to last in average, dead last in on-base percentage, dead last in slugging, dead last in OPS, dead last in WRC+. The White Sox have just been terrible against left-handed pitching all season. This screams as a kind of bounce-back spot for Robbie Ray. I think we got definitely a good chance at him going 6 innings here. I know Robbie Ray has historically been a pitcher that can struggle at times to go deep into games because he can get kind of wild. He can walk batters. He can struggle to throw strikes. But this White Sox lineup is so bad that Robbie Ray could throw fastballs down the middle the entire game, and I think he'd be fine. I think he'd probably still be able to go 6 innings. I mean, this team just has no power. They don't really hit the ball well against lefties. It's a good pitcher's park, too, in San Francisco. The Giants, their ballpark has always played pitcher-friendly. There's so many boxes checked here for Robbie Ray. I mean, you could check just about every box possible. I think the one concern is that Robbie Ray, as you can see based off his game log, has struggled pitching deep into games this season. but the leash is getting longer. He was able to throw over 100 pitches in that start against Detroit. If we can get over 100 pitches or even close to that today from Robbie Ray, he should be able to go 6 innings against this White Sox lineup. And I was looking at sportsbook odds. Right now, Pinnacle, they have this juiced at minus 141, favoring the over. So Pinnacle likes the over here on this Robbie Ray pitching outs line. It's a prop that I like as well. I don't mind taking his fantasy score either at 38.5, because I definitely think there are scenarios where Ray, doesn't go 6 innings but still gets enough fantasy points just because there's so many strikeouts available in this lineup. Like, he could go 5 innings with 8 strikeouts, give up no runs, and that would be 39 fantasy points. So, like, there's definitely scenarios where Ray doesn't go 6 innings but, like, goes over fantasy. But I think if he goes 6 innings, probably goes over fantasy too. Either way, that's another prop I like for Robbie Ray. I think this is a really, really good spot for him. But my favorite play for him is pitching outs here. I think he should be able to have some quick innings, get some quick outs against this White Sox lineup that has just been so bad against left-handed pitching this season. So that's what I'm liking, guys, as our 2 props for Tuesday. I'm going to take DJ Hurst for more than 30 fantasy score and Robbie Ray for more than 17.5 pitching outs. Gonna back 2 guys that are in some great matchups here. So that's what I'm liking as our 2 props for Tuesday. If you guys are gonna tail these 2 plays, let's hit both these plays today. Let's make some money on this slate. Appreciate you guys watching though. As always, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys don't have an account on Prizepicks, sign up. Use promo code Noah. Place your first $5 lineup, and you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. That's available for all new users over on Prizepicks. So sign up and use that code Noah if you have not yet. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching as always, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.